All right, Plug Talk. We are back with yet another episode of the Plug Talk show, where this isn't in the garden, we're in the booth, okay? We're going to be talking about whatever you want to talk about or whatever I feel like is relevant to the grow. But today's episode is brought to you by none other than no one. It's brought to you by Plug Talk, okay? That's why you see the sponsors. If you want your sponsorship, if you want your promo, hit me up. It'll be on the screen throughout the whole video. Now, all jokes aside, this video is actually brought to you by a fellow YouTuber that actually took me up on my offer and dropped a comment below, and they wanted this video to be low stress training. So in this video, we're gonna go through low stress training, okay? Now that we got that out the way, let's get into the intro. You don't get it. You still don't get it, do you? Nah, you don't get it. So, before everything, guys, make sure to hit that subscribe, hit that like, drop a comment, my nigga. Help me, help you, help me, my nigga. Now let's really get straight to it. YouTube has been very nice to me, right? I mean, they've been very nice. Every video I click submit, Insta age restrict, like it's magic. Insta age restrictions. So we're doing a giveaway. I'm gonna make a list. I just wanna take the time out of this video to actually get into what we're giving away. And we're gonna make a list, and this list is gonna be in the beginning of every video until we give away everything. The only thing I ask of you is to pay for shipping. So let's get right into low stress training. And what is low stress training, okay? Low stress training is the opposite of high stress training. I mean, I was corny, guys, I know, but still, right? It's basically whatever technique you use to amplify your harvest rate that doesn't induce too much stress. So without further ado, let's get into defoliation. Now, the reason why I have bonsais here is because bonsais utilize almost all of the techniques of low stress training you could do for your tomatoes. You guys can see there's bent stems here. You see a lot of pruning here, a little bit of lollipopping going on, and we're gonna get into these terms, but a bonsai is the epitome of low stress training over years. So let's get into the first type of defoliation, which is actually lollipopping. So the reason why you would do this is because all of this lower shit down here, right? All this lower shit is literally stealing from your canopy. This is what you want. You just want whatever is above your trellis net. You got your stem, you got no hairs on your stem, no leaves, no suckers. It's just like a lollipop. Like, damn, girl, do those legs go all the way up? Now, this is actually a very good way to implement lollipopping, and then I guess I could segue into pruning. We're gonna call this whole thing right here 100% of plant energy. So instead of sharing 100% of your plant growth in between 5 sites, where 4 of them are lowers and very small, imagine giving your 100% into this cash crop. It would be that much bigger. This is why we lollipop, and this is why we also prune, right? Perfect picture of pruning, okay? You see the pruning here, you're taking off the sucker. This bitch isn't doing nothing for you. It's really not. Take it off. This actually isn't bad. I mean, damn, boy. Your thumb is red as fuck. What the hell? What were you squeezing? Okay, so now let's get into the next topic, which is actually bending of stems. Now, there are more than one way to bend your stems, right? You could use a trellis net, you could use bud clips, but this is all low stress training. This person was able to get the desired results by just using all of these tie downs, okay? Now, when using tie downs, please don't get the wires, right? You want something soft covered, because that shit, like the wire ties type shit, will easily cut into the stalk of your plants, and that's something you definitely don't want. Now you guys should know why I showed you guys bonsais, because when you're dealing with a bonsai, you do all of these systems, right? This is they calling it a permanent bend shaping. They use the little clips here, and yeah, it's gonna stay like that for a very long time. It might really be permanent. Now this is a hard snap, but this will produce a knuckle. Now let's say, oh shit, you did some shit like this and you actually had damage to your plant. What you could do is the only thing you should do, which is tape, okay? So let's say, God forbid, you actually snap the stem. This is what you gotta do. Now this is excessive, right? I would just do it like a Band-Aid. This is more like a sling type shit, right? Just a Band-Aid, you wrap it around once on the split and the plant will heal. All right, so let's get into the next topic, and this will actually go into scrog training. Now, scrog training is another form of LST, low stress training, and this is something everybody should be implementing. Instead of growing vertically, grow horizontally. You can even see here, they took off all the lowers. They're even showing you the shit you should remove. So now instead of trying to help grow these leaves, you want to help grow these flowers. Now this is another tomato tree. Now this is crazy because this is one tree in a master trellis. This is fucking insane. You notice you don't see nothing here. The only shit below the trellis is the fruit from the bud sites or from the flower sites up top above the trellis. There is nothing here. Not one sucker. This is how it should be. You can see here, lollipopping. There's obviously pruning going on, and look at all of this fruit. Because they grew horizontally, it literally increases your yield. I mean, you should be trying to maximize your whole footprint if possible. Look at this shit, bro. You literally will never see a tomato harvest like this. Bro, look at all of the fruit. You see how there's literally nothing down here in the first 60% of the plant? So all this shit that was here, all this energy that would have been spent, is all going to this massive canopy. This is why we do what we do as home cultivators, okay? And you should too. Okay, so let's get into the bonus round, right? So the bonus thing I'm gonna throw in there is none other than crop steering. Whether you wanna make the temperatures cooler in flower, right? That's crop steering. Whether you wanna water more in flower or water less, that's crop steering, right? Whether the light intensity, that is crop steering. This is perfect. So in vegetative growth, you want more water. Do more multiple feedings in veg than in flower, right? And in EC, which is your nutrient uptake, it's a little different. You want to give it less nutrients in veg since you're feeding more, and you want to give it more nutrients in flower since you're feeding less, if you understand, right? Obviously, there are exceptions to these rules depending on your environment, but this is a general rule of thumb. This is how I do crop steering temperature-wise. I use an inkbird setup like this, okay? In my grow, my target temperature is 78, and the AC turns on at 81. This is how you automate your grow space, and you're never like really having to turn on and off the AC when it gets too hot or too cold. Everything is automated for you, nice, perfect, and easy. Now you could also use their hygrometer, right? Their humidity sensor. This will help in crop steering because you want higher humidity in veg to promote more growth, and you want lower humidity in flower, you know, because you don't want to have a high risk of mold, right? So you want less humidity in flower. That is all crop steering. Another form of crop steering is, like I said, light intensity. This is pretty simple. You give it more light in flower, you give it less light in veg, right? That's pretty fucking simple. Most of the times, ideally, you want to double your light output in flower. So me personally, I veg at 50% and I hit flower, I'm at 100%. I don't need to raise and lower my light because I'm doing it this way instead. This is something everybody should be doing already, is irrigation, okay? Crop steering by irrigation is a major key. Less water in flower, more water in veg. If you want to do dry down periods, that's also crop steering. But that really wraps up this video. We went over a lot of low stress training. We went with a bonus topic for low stress training. So hopefully this helps you as it helped me, and it will help you in the long run. But other than that, y'all, It's that plug talk.
Your place, I got weed in safes, I got weed in states, I got weed in states, I got weed in vapes, I got weed in case, I got weed in closets, gotta close the drapes. This that plug talk, not no plug walk. You could Google me, that's plug talk. Like 101, this how the plug walk. Kanye shrug walk, you ain't want talk, who to call? Been growing like since a weight talk, a long weight talk. My niggas know what is bait talk, we all late talk, who to call? You know who to call, my niggas know